Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And indeed it is good. Good morning. Jonathan K., I got your message. I was wondering. Give me 1 second. Jonathan K. all day. Good morning, everybody. Under the hood. Okay, Sarah. Under the hood, but in the neighborhood. Good morning, Deborah Pearl. Pearlicious. Good morning. I think I'm saying good morning to everybody all at once, including Aaron. Good morning. Look at these. Are they cute or wait a minute? Look at those. Boop. Oh, is that right, Aaron? You like those exception? How cute are those? Look at those little fellows. You know, Badgie, I'm thinking about it. Wouldn't that make a good one to like hold a gram? Be a nice little gram packer, right? Certainly good for Dab. Good morning, everybody. That's just me. I'm freaky. I'm like a container freak. I'm a packaging freak. See what I'm saying, Jeffrey Hodgson? Good morning, Jeff. I'm a packaging freak. You know the problem that I think I'm gonna have with these, you guys, is the concentrate. It likes to be sealed, likes to not get air. As some of us saw at the Mush Fest, if we leave it out into the air, it starts to turn goopy-ish. So what we want to do is just take our little slices off of the concentrate, package it back up, and get the air so there's no air, because it responds to the air and it starts gathering the humidity out of the air and starts becoming more liquidy than the concentrate, the extract. So we tend to try to keep it in airtight containers. And if you're not using it / dispensing it, keep it in your refrigerator. We keep ours always in the refrigerator. So if I had this, oh, by the way, we've started sending out with all of our packages a little single-edged razor blade, because we found that it makes it easier for you. You don't have to go looking for anything. Boop, it comes with it. A little razor blade, you scrape a little bit off, and then you'll take the rest and put it in the refrigerator when you're not using it. Okay? Lesson. We found another one container. A couple of days ago, I posted something. I got so many replies. I'm so extremely happy with you guys. I mean that sincerely. Thank you. A couple of days ago, I did an IG post, and I said, which of these would be a better container for sending our extract? And I was just blown away by how many people replied. I thought that was pretty darn cool that you replied. So thank you. I got a lot of feedback. The dark one for sure, but guess what? The truth is, the dark one for sure, because we know that light will always tend to degrade things. Clear is great because we can see it, but the dark one's going to probably keep us less degraded for longer. But interestingly enough, Stuart, they're definitely more expensive, but interestingly enough, I can almost get more in one of these containers than I can in this one. You're welcome, Shine. So even though this looks bigger, it actually contains a little less. And it's heavier, so it's not like something you're going to want to carry around. So even though it looks better, it has some limitations. So I'm still working all of this out. Like I'm working on our best containers, our best presentations, and stuff like that. They do have black plastic containers. That is true, Herbie. We're looking at those. But just whatever you do, you want to keep it sealed when you're not using it. We've come up with one more. This one seems to, these little guys, the little mushrooms, I wouldn't trust these for an air seal. It's a pretty, that's why even though I loved it and I got a sample of them, I don't think I'm going to go with these because I don't get a good enough air seal. So I think I'm going to just send these out as a little novelty. They're just going to go out as a novelty. You can put what you want in them. It would be the most perfect container if I could seal it. But it just pops on. This top, do you guys mind that I'm going through this with you? There's only 25 likes, so I don't feel like anybody's really liking what I'm doing. Yeah, they're not functional. Honestly, I wish this, because they're so darn, and it would be perfect for dab. It would be perfect for something else. But do you guys mind if I run through a couple of these with you? Because you gave me such good feedback on my IG. And, you know, we're looking for cheapest, best to get out there. How about this one? How about this container? This will hold quite a bit more. I know, Eggs, I am working it out. This will hold quite a bit more. Okay? And the lid on it seems to be, they claim it in their writing, they claim it's airtight. And I feel like it is a glass. That's like a glass. Which I like to store things in glass more than plastic. Okay? Just makes sense. But when we send this out to you, we used to do this. We used to do 1 gram, and if you ordered 5 grams, I'd send 5 of these. We're not doing it that way anymore. The way we're doing it now is whatever amount you order, we're trying to get into one container and get you a single-edged blade, and then you can cut off whatever amount you want. I wouldn't do more than a quarter of a gram. Personally, a quarter of a gram is just a very, very fun place to be. Okay, so in this one, I could probably fit up to 5 grams. So then you just dispense it, chip off what you want, and go from there. So who likes the idea? Herb, a quarter of a gram does just fine, does it not? Okay. This one seals. This one seems to be air sealed. But again, you'll still always want to refrigerate when not in use. Badger's like a quarter's a blast off. A quarter is a fun fest without getting crazy. Okay? Um, so who likes the idea that I'm sending out a blade? A single edged blade. Check it out. Wait. I got all fancy. Okay. What's that? There's the blade. Let me ask another dumb question. No dumb questions. There aren't dumb questions. Do I even need to put the blade in a bag? Do I need to put the blade in the bag? Can I just send the blade since it's already wrapped? You know what I'm saying? I should just send the blade in the bag with the container. With the container. So it would look like this. All in one bag. And I did put a label. There is a label. It doesn't say don't eat the blades. It says don't smoke this stuff. It's for oral ingestion only. So can you imagine how cool is that? You get a little blade. You get the full-on action right there. And you get a little warning label. The warning label says silly extract, oral consumption only. It will dilute in water, and 1 gram is equal to about 4 grams of dry fruit. Michael Allen's saying, don't send the blades. Streety's like, why the blade? Because it's a hard, compact thing, and you don't just eat the whole thing. You'll want to chip off a little bit at a time, especially if you bought a bigger rock. Especially if you got a bigger rock. Okay? Badgie, maybe more. So that's why we thought it would be a good idea. You wouldn't have to run around the house looking for your single blades. Okay? So that's over at our website. And it does, on the website, it does tell you the prices. You'll have to check it again. And if not, ask me a question over there and I'll answer it. Okay? So I wasn't really honestly trying to do a commercial for the extract as much as I'm trying to, I'm looking for feedback. When you're a one-man operation sitting in here all by yourself and you're having all these ideas and you're thinking you're being creative, and some people are like, nah, I don't know if I'd go in that direction. And then other people are, giving you affirmation. So every once in a while I do go on here and I do ask you guys to give me some feedback. And guess who I'm trying to serve? At the end of the day, I'm trying to serve you guys. And I mean that with all my sincerity. All of this stuff, it's also my obsession. I'm serving my obsession. I have like packaging OCD. Okay? So you guys are helping me with my OCD as well. All right. Somebody help I'm from the stars there, if they wouldn't mind. I want you guys. Hayerker Bump agreed that Razor Blade is dark and sketchy. Really? I shouldn't send the Razor Blade? I cannot ship outside the United. I don't think the blades are needed. The blade is bigger than the container anyways. Okay. All right, so I'm listening. Maybe I'm out of line with the blade. Maybe I got carried away. With the blade. I'm hearing from some valuable people. Scalpel, we can do that too. The blade kind of says drug gear. Yeah. Okay, Higgs. I'm listening. How about a disposable scalpel? Is that out of line? I don't want to do that because they're long and it changes the box. I'd have to change the box size. Okay? I'd have to change the box size. Okay, Penny's saying no blade. I'm getting enough no blades that the blade might just have to take a hike. Okay? Toothpick will break, 5280. Ah. Okay. People have their own blades. Or they can use something else. Send a Rambo knife. Yeah, a Bowie knife. You get 1/4 of a gram and a Bowie knife with it. Some people don't have the utensils. Okay, if a crack addict can break down a rock with no tools, we can figure it out. Straighty, who's calling me a crack addict? What? What am I? I used to be. All right. Lee's, no, I can't ship outside the United States. Okay. You guys just made me. No, all right. Here I'm thinking I'm all blade cool. Pre-packaging blades. All right, so here's the deal. If you want a blade, mention it when you reach out to us. Go, psst, can I get a blade too? And we'll figure it out. Oh, now I feel. See, this is why I do this. See, we got a great takeaway here. We got a great takeaway. No, Lisa, I am not. I'm high on life. Lisa, it's pretty much my favorite thing to do is just to be high on life. And my friends at T, do you guys get me high? Okay? T and I would avoid that. There's so many better healthy ways. Okay? Am I high on life? Who thinks Pops is high right now? Who thinks Pops is high? I didn't tell you what I'm not taking or taking. I'm breathing oxygen, baby. I'm breathing oxygen, baby. I'm getting kindness from these. There isn't anybody out there that says, like, what an idiot. We're all you guys are giving me some great advice right now, so thank you. That makes me feel great. Okay, I want to play this for you guys. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if this is true or not. It sounds like it could be, because anybody that speaks, that like lectures, give me 5 people that think Pop is high. We tried changing that to 10 people, but it doesn't sound as good. 5 people. It sounds so much better than 10 people. Okay, so even though we're getting higher in our counts and stuff, I think 5 is still. I think 5 is still the number. Derek Anderson once says, "Well, one thing for sure is he's not low." Thanks, Derek. Okay, Mr. Phillips says he's ripped. You're right. Look at this guy. You're right. I am. Okay. Where am I going with this? Hold everything. If you speak with a British accent, J.W. Owen, that's, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Don't you sound like you know more about what you're talking about if you're lecturing with a British accent? Give me 5 people that agree with that. Automatically you're going, oh, this guy must know what he's talking about. He's got a British accent, right? American accent, you're like, I don't know. You get a guy out there with the Louisiana accent and they're trying to be professor-y, and you're like, oh, didn't you just catch an alligator? Right? Okay. But it's been said. To me the British accent's going to get me almost every time. And then I have to wade through it and find out, is this guy full of it? Or is British accent guy right again? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to give you guys British accent guy. At the end of this, we're going to decide, is this guy telling the truth or not? Okay. We ready? That's basically his profile. So when you have a profile in the nature of that with a British accent and you're wearing a cardigan sweater or whatever kind that is, you're already well on your way to believability. My opinion. Of course, I'm just, judging a book by its cover, but this particular cover is looking relatively reasonably, theoretically relative.
Weirder still, by the way, purple doesn't exist. Do you know that? There are no purple photons. It doesn't exist on the light spectrum. It's entirely a psychological creation. So what happens is that if you get red and blue, now normally what the brain should do is say, well, it's halfway between red and blue, so it must be green. I'm getting a lot of stimulus in the red, I'm getting quite a bit in the blue. Halfway between red and blue is green. But you've also got a green sensor in the middle. And the green sensor, because it's picking up red and blue, isn't picking up anything at all. So the brain, your brain could go fuzzy and say system error. Because in one sense, in a physical sense, there are no purple photons. Purple doesn't exist, okay? It's entirely created in your head. What the brain does is it essentially has invented a color purple, which essentially represents not green. It's a color to represent the weird, unexplained absence of green. But in physics, it doesn't exist. Weirder still, by the way, purple doesn't exist. Do you know that? There are no purple photons. It doesn't exist on the light spectrum. It's entirely a psychological creation. So what happens is that if you get red and blue, now normally what the brain should do is say, well, it's halfway between red and blue, so it must be green. I'm getting a lot of stimulus in the red, I'm getting quite a bit in the blue. Halfway between red and blue is green. But you've also got a green sensor in the middle. And the green sensor, because it's picking up red and blue, isn't picking up anything at all. So the brain, your brain could go fuzzy and say system error. Because in one sense, in a physical sense, there are no purple photons. Purple doesn't exist.
I know, Joe, I wanted you to hear it again. Some people catch it better the second time.
It essentially has invented a color purple, which essentially represents not green. It's a color to represent the weird, unexplained absence of green. But in physics, it doesn't exist. Weirder still.
Weird. I love all these things our brain does. I love all these things that our brain does. Isn't that crazy? I believe him. Not a physics guy. I certainly don't know the color of photons, but I think that's pretty neat, right? I love the color purple. The color purple, isn't it an extremely popular color now? Isn't it very popular at this particular time? I think it is. Okay, let me read a couple other things. No, let's do this. Excuse me. I need 3 more people for the wheel for today. I need 3 more people. Wait. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Wait. I need 3 more people. So I'm going to ask you guys to give me a number between 1 and 25. Only one number on your line, and it has to be between 1 and 25. Go. Go. What number is coming up on the spin wheel? You saw me spin it, but now I'm not letting you see the answer until it comes up. Okay, it's up. Let me see who's got it first. We're going to try to get you on the wheel for today. So far, I have 9 people. I want 3 more. I'm looking for 3 more people to pop onto the wheel for today. I haven't seen it. You can only answer 1 time. Only answer 1 time. If you answered more than once, I'm going to disqualify you. I'm sorry. Anybody answered more than once isn't moving forward. Okay, 1 time. Gives everybody a chance to answer. Okay? 1 time. Give me a number between 1 and 25. Yeah, there's a lot of repeats, and we're going to ignore them. So I'm looking for somebody that's only said it 1 time. And it's the same number that just spun on my board. Okay? And there's a lot of repeats. I don't know why you guys are repeating. Felix Felix is good. Felix didn't repeat, and Felix was my first three. Felix. Felix. We're going to go with Felix right now. Okay, Felix, we're putting you on the board. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Okay? All right, all right, all right. So guess what? We're going to remove that one. Let me ask you guys, can we do it where you only answer once? Can we do it where we only answer once, each person? I know you're used to doing it faster, etc., so there's no blame or anything. Nobody's picking on anybody. Let's do it again, but only answer one time each. It's easier for me, please. Okay? And I want everybody to get a chance. There's 105 people here. Just because you have a faster thumb or better lag time, we don't want you to answer 5 and nobody else has answered 1 yet. Fair? Fair. Okay, let's do it again. Answer once, one time. I haven't spun it yet, Roy, so please wait, or Soy, please wait till I say. Shine, would you please wait till I... People, I haven't spun it yet. I don't know the number. Okay, so I'm going to come on back, and we're going to reset again. I know everyone's excited. You can't give me an answer if I don't know the answer yet, so I haven't spun yet. Okay? So we're going to start all over again. All right? Repeat backwards. Beep, beep, beep. Whatever we have to do, that's a rewind. Okay? Let's do a rewind. And now after I say start, then you guys can start answering. Okay? Here we go. I haven't said start yet because I haven't spun yet. All right? Now, you're going to see me actually spin. I'm going to spin. You can start now. Go. Go. 1 in 25, Gnome King. 1 in 25. Okay. Kill the game, kill the game, kill the game. We've already got an answer. Charles Xavier said 15. Charles Xavier said 15. Charles the X-Man. Charles was absolutely correct. Charles the X-Man. Charles Xavier got it correct. Congratulations, Charles Xavier. All right, watch this. Remember how excited I got? Remember how excited I got yesterday? Because I was showing you guys that Pops is in the 21st century. Remember that? Here's the names of the people that are on the board already. We had Charlie Remerit. We had Joe Dees. We had Antonio Gamacho. We had Mikey B. We had Kim the Golden Bolden. We have Brandon Clark. We have Bubblegum Kelly. We had Gypsy and we had Badger Bunk. Now we're going to be adding, let's put Felix's name on there. Okay, Felix. Felix, you're on there. Look how excited, look, I can do this, you guys. Now we're going to put Charles the X-Man on there. Charles. Oops. Okay. Board's up to date. There's 11 people on there now. How excited is this? That's exciting. Okay. Did you see what we were doing there, was? See? I know you think I'm old-fashioned, but look what I'm up to. Look what I'm up to over here. Okay? So, we're going to spin that in a little bit. I'm going to get one more. Hold on. Give me another. Let's see. Hold on. What am I doing? I'm going to spin 1 to 25. Give me a number between 1 and 25. Go. One time on your line. One number between 1 and 25. Go. What number did I just pick? What number came up on the board? I didn't pick it, but it came up randomly. What number? I still haven't seen it. One time, please only answer once. Give everybody, 100 people here, give them a chance to answer. Okay? Some of you have already answered twice. That's a shame. Okay, let's just answer once. And then after that, Melody Dawn. Melody Dawn is the first 17 I saw on my screen. Melody Dawn. 17. Melody Dawn. Watch this, Melody. Watch this. Watch this, Melody. We're going to come over here and we're going to put on Mel O.D. Dawn. Okay. Okay. How's that looking? We'll do a spin to win here in a little bit. Okay? We'll do a spin to win here. We're giving away one real big fella and a couple little fellas. Okay? We're going to give away one big fella and a couple of little fellas shortly. I wanted to first... Fastest mammal. Fastest animal. Anyways, you guys, whoever's saying they got 17s first and all of that, first of all, we don't do that here. We understand that there's a lag, and I see the first one on my screen, and that's the one I pick. And other than that, I'm sorry if it wasn't you first on my screen. Okay. The fastest animal on Earth that travels on 2 legs. Fastest animal on Earth that travels on 2 legs. Which one is it? Batowski, that's right. You're right, it's an ostrich. Ostriches. Those son of a guns can move. Listen. They are capable of running as fast as 40 miles an hour. As fast as 40 miles an hour for brief periods, like when they're trying to escape from a predator or other danger. So they sprint at 40 miles an hour. Their runaway speed. They actually can travel in long distances 30 miles an hour for an hour at a time. 30 miles an hour. I'll be there. 30 miles an hour for an hour at a time. Can you imagine that? How about this one? How about this one? We already know this one. Which one is it? Wait. I wanted to tell you this one. I looked up just a couple of quick rando factos. Can crocodiles climb trees? Can crocodiles climb trees? It seems they can. It seems, yes, they can. Surprisingly, crocodiles have the ability to climb trees, and they do it regularly. What? What's the crocodile doing in the tree? I guess he's looking for bird nest, eggs and stuff. I don't know. According to this rando facto paper here, surprisingly, crocodiles can't. Have you ever been so horny? Children, please go away. Have you ever been so, the tree's climbing probably like a slanted mangrove, and he climbs about halfway up the trunk or something. I can't see him up at the top of the tree shaking it or something. I don't see him up there with the monkeys. I see him maybe on a slanted stump. That one, we have to work on that one. You know, there's an animal that literally screws itself to death. If you ask me, that's getting a little carried away. I mean, everyone should have a decent sex life. Everybody should, but there should be limits. There should be balances, shouldn't there? Charles, Nith, don't you get a little carried? Can you imagine? There's a little mouse-like mammal. It's known as the Antichinus. He mates so much that he actually kills himself. Males live less than a year because they're frantically mating like crazy until their little bodies literally fall apart. They got to work on evolution. They got to get more civilized. Little auntie, what are you doing, man? It's not that big of a deal. What about giraffes? What about giraffes? Do they sleep? Never seen a giraffe in a bed. Do they just hang their head like on a branch somewhere and just sort of nod out? Giraffes sleep an average of around 30 minutes a day. So they have giraffe toothpicks now that they pass around in the giraffe group. And they all, for 23 hours a day, they keep toothpicks in their eyes. 30 minutes a day. Oh, wow. How much is the most valuable cow in the world worth? How much is the most valuable cow in the world worth? As of the time they wrote this rando facto sheet. $1.2 million. What, the racehorse cow are we talking about? $1.2 million for a cow. Her name is Missy. Missy. She's worth $1.2 million. She produces 50% more milk than other cows, and she has superior genetics, making her embryos in high demand. She's a donor. Missy is a donor now. I'll give you $100,000 for one of Missy's embryos. What? I guess if it's helping you with your milk production and you're a dairy farmer, that's pretty crazy. We're going to give a couple more. We're going to give you a couple more. I always thought a mosquito was a mosquito was a mosquito. Hate them, swat them, get them out of here. Mosquito, mosquito, mosquito. Big deal. Mosquitoes are like, wait a minute, you don't understand. There's 3,500 different types of us. You think you're getting rid of one of us? There's still 3,499 left. There are over 3,500 species of mosquitoes, and they vary in sizes, appetites, and dispositions. They're all a bunch of pricks, right, Jesus Christ? That's pretty crazy. Are baby whales hairy when they're born? Most mammals are. Are baby whales? Do baby whales start out with hair? It's freaking me out to even think about it. I don't want a hairy whale. I don't. I want a smooth whale, maybe wrinkly skin whale guy. But did you know that baby whales, listen to this, some species of baby whales are born with hair, but they often lose it over the first several days or weeks of birth. So after a while, they don't need a comb anymore, was. So we had giraffes sleeping 30 minutes a day. We had giraffes 30 minutes a day. Well, there's a whole other end of the spectrum. It's called a koala. A koala will put in a small 20 hours a day sleeping in. No comb over for the whales. Did you hear that? Koala, I'm going to put in 20 today. Wake me in 20 hours. It's a little lazy, isn't it? That's a little lazy. I have one more. Oh, this is crazy. Do whales pee? For example, which one are we looking at here? Wait. Fin whale. Does a fin whale pee, urinate? We're talking fin whale now. Alan says, yeah, I think so. Just asking. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't know. Vegas is like, I think everything pees, Pops. Yeah, no, maybe. What? What happens? Does a fin whale pee? We're going to end it with this rando facto. This is important to know. Alan's already decided to go Google it. Nice, Alan. How would they know that a fin whale pees 257 gallons of urine per day? 257 gallons urine per day by a fin whale. Good answer, Alan. What? Now I'm a little freaked out by this, because you guys know how my brain always goes to who collects it? Who's the collector? Who weighs it? Who decides? Who's going around behind the whale and going, okay, now this is urine, but this is salt water. Now this is mixed in, but we can separate it out. We're following a fin whale around with containers strapped to them. What? What? Somebody's got to help me figure it out. Okay? It always freaks me out when they give me information like this, because I'm still want to know, number one, whose job was that? Whose job to figure that out? Number two, I'd like a little information on how they did it. Okay? Is that unreasonable? If you're going to tell me something that, wow, at least tell me how you figured it out. I can't even imagine being the diver, following him with your bucket. That's 1 gallon. How do you know? It could be mixed in. This stuff challenges me. Okay? Paul, some of them are volunteers. I don't think some of the people that do these kind of studies are actually volunteers. This is what they do. I'm passionate about this. I need to know. Just as passionate as Pops is about his packaging, we have whale urinators. Super passionate. Okay? Just saying. Let's do our reading for today, and then we're going to do a giveaway, and then we're going to give away some door prizes because of Higgs. We all know it's Higgs' fault. Okay? We can all blame Higgs. After the big giveaway, we're going to do 2 door prizes, and I want everybody here to point their finger at Higgs, Hagerbomb, and say, thanks a lot, Higgs. Thanks a lot. Thanks for making him give away more. Okay? Pointing. Has anybody ever had a treasure map before? Not real treasure, but especially if you play a game, you're going to make a treasure, hide it somewhere, and they give clues. But treasure map, and a treasure map, usually X marks the spot, right? Doesn't X usually I mean, you might fake them out, put a fake X, but usually X marks the spot. So if you're following a treasure map, what do you want to do? You kind of want to go to the X, because X marks the spot. I was thinking about that this morning when I was doing my reading that we're going to read together. And I was thinking, you know what? So many times we're given treasure maps in our lives, and there's even an X, even marks right. Oh, this all you got to do is get to here. And we find ourselves wandering off on completely different paths. Like the X isn't right there and completely obvious. And yet we go off on our other tangents. Anybody ever done that? Anybody ever had a treasure map? Metaphorically even. And you know where the X is, but you end up moving, you end up going east. Stuart says sometimes it's harder when you know the path. That's a thought. Hi, my name is Pops, and I'm an approval addict. I've been sober for 0 days. My addiction has taken over my life. It's ruined relationships. It's cost me financially. It's had a negative impact on my health and my self-worth. I have trouble recognizing and accepting myself. And because of that, I crave validation and attention from everyone else. This may have roots in my parents, who didn't have the tools to be there emotionally for me. And it may have something to do with some of the intense experiences that I had growing up. I say yes when I mean no. I'm overly concerned with what others think about me. I need my family and friends to accept and support my dreams before I even can. I want to work hard and be successful, but it's so I can prove myself to other people. I want to prove my doubters wrong. I want them to regret it. I wish I could be myself more around everyone, but it's not realistic. If people knew me, they wouldn't accept me. I judge everyone else, and I put them down to make myself feel better. I wish others felt sorry for me for all the trauma that I've gone through. I'm here to admit I have a problem. I can say all of those for real. I may not be in them currently, but every single thing that I just read has had a place in my life. I have to admit that. Approval addiction. What counters approval addiction? Every single one of us have approval addiction. We were born with it, or we were programmed with it immediately. Immediately. That's what we were programmed with. A desire to be approved. And in some cases, we would just be the perfect person because that'll get us approval. We would find ways. And if we couldn't get approval, we'd get attention, at least attention. So approval could be attention too. If they are paying attention to me, I must be okay. It's reasonable that we all want some level of validation. We all need to be recognized and accepted by others on some level. It's part of our humanity. It's part of our living in tribes. It's part of our living in groups. You don't want to be the outsider. You want to be inside. Inside's safe, outside's not. What happens if we don't get approval and attention from others? We start losing mental health. Our program needs to be that we start looking, if I'm not getting approval or attention from others, I must not have it for myself to begin with. Remember we said the other day, if you spot it, you got it? If I'm not experiencing approval and I'm desperately chasing it, I must not approve of myself. If I'm constantly chasing approval, I'm not giving time to myself for self-love. I'm spending my energy there instead of my energy here. And this is a hard one. We say these words like, they're psychobabble at this point. But there's so much reality in what we're talking about right now. Until we admit to ourselves, I really do seek approval. And often I seek it the wrong way. I seek attention. Often I seek it the wrong way. I really do. I end up doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. It's not physically healthy for me. It's not mentally healthy for me. It's not socially healthy for me. Oftentimes it's not financially helpful for me. Because you can't say no. So you say yes when you really shouldn't. Because you want them to like you, still approve you. There's so many ways we do it. It's not psychobabble. We seek approval in what kind of a car do I drive compared to yours? Next thing you know, you got a car payment and an insurance payment you don't need. Had one every year, every 2 years of my whole growing up life, from the time I was 30 on. New car, new car, new car, new car. Shinier, faster, sportier, hotter, more BMW, more Mercedes, more Lexus. Until I got around 60. And I said, my ego is my car. Some of it. What a sick man. Go out and buy a 10-year-old Cadillac that runs. Pay cash for it. Your insurance is going to be about this big now. And you look okay driving a Cadillac around. The hell? Approval, boy? Approval on that? Just that little slice of approval was costing me $700 a month. Because I couldn't say no to my ego. We want approval from our ego. Can you imagine that? Because we're not stopping to realize, what am I seeking approval for or from right now? And approval needs to be an inside job. You have to approve of yourself first. Everything else becomes bonus chickens. You've got to approve of yourself first. The endless chase for external validation stops us from seeking internal invalidation. Approval, I love this. I posted it on IG this morning. It's this guy's quote. It couldn't be better. Approval is a salty potato chip. It's a salty potato chip. Once you have one, you're going to want more. It's got to be redder. It's got to be faster. You're not weak because you want it. But once you recognize your addiction, now it's time to do something about it. Do you get it? We seek to always be aware of where we're coming from. Man, I'm looking for attention right now. This is really creepy. Man, why am I seeking somebody else's approval so much on this deal? Approval from others will never be as nutritious as approval for ourselves. Who agrees with that statement? Approval for ourselves, that self-satisfaction for knowing that you did the right thing, are doing the right things, is so much greater than someone who come along, hey, good job, man. And yes, well, that's part of society. We're going to get that or not. It's the inside part. And it's practice. We don't get taught how to do this. We weren't programmed how to do this when we were babies. Well, you start out with self-approval. We were taught, you want approval, you have to be a good boy in the sandbox. You want approval? You have to stop pooping your pants when you're 2. You can't poop anymore. You keep doing that, well, you don't fit in. And there's so many ways we were graduated approval. We were going through the approval academy at every level. In order to get attention and get the love and hugs that we needed, we didn't know that we could come from. What kid knows? It's a parent's responsibility to teach a kid how to love himself. You don't need it from the other kids in your school. You don't need a cell phone because they have one. It's your job. It's your responsibility to teach your kid. Approval is a salty potato chip. Once you have one, you'll want more. Self-respect is way more important than someone's esteem of you. Self-respect comes from, where's it come from? It comes from being aware. Man, I'm aware. I'm aware of what it takes now. You start with awareness. There's every 12-step program starts with, I got a problem. I need help. Every single one. I got a problem. I need help. I got an approval problem. I need help. I rely on it way too much from society. When I don't get it, I get depressed and I don't even leave my house. And then I don't leave my house, and then I don't leave my house, and then I don't leave my house. I haven't left my house in 2 years because I have an approval addiction. I'm afraid if I go out there, they're not going to approve of me. They're going to judge me for this or that or this or... And you're depressed and you're anxious and now you're on SSRIs and, well, I know Xanax will fix it. You know what'll fix it? Awareness. Awareness. I'm aware right now I'm seeking approval the wrong way. I looked at it myself earlier. I'm doing this. I'm showing you guys this stuff. Am I seeking for approval in the wrong direction? Am I trying to get approval? No. I'm doing a little market survey. I'm looking for a way I can help others with feedback. That's a different thing. But I have to ask myself before I do it, am I doing this so I can look like, oh, hey, everybody, look at what the big shot programmer, I make up all these different... That's a different guy. That's a guy without awareness. We practice it. And the more you practice it, the more you realize, man, I'm in the middle of an awareness thing right now. I don't need to go down that street to get approved when I already know. Making tough choices. Make some tough choices. Don't always take the easy route. This is a true story in my life. I hate to admit it. 95% of the time, if I'm faced with the choices, and one's easy and one's hard, 95% of the time, the hard one's the right one. I have to admit it. I sure wish it was the other way around. Well, I'd like to. It's usually never the easy one. And I'm aware of that now. I'm aware when I'm going to get to a place and I'm going to have to make a choice. I'm aware usually the easy one isn't going to work for me. It's going to lead me down the wrong fork. I've been there a couple of times, taking the easy one. Oh my God, that was the wrong one. My awareness is greater now. You take the harder one. You take the harder one, and you've made a tougher choice, and you have more self-esteem. I'm going to read this paragraph here. I'll experience more love from sitting in a tub of ice or waking up at the same time every day, choosing journaling over looking at my phone, choosing reading over looking at my phone. Which one's harder? Which one's harder? Looking at my phone and having it feed me information of who knows where source and why? Which one's harder? To sit down and read a book? Or to post something and hope somebody likes it? I'm looking for an answer here. This is an example of you could choose. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to spend some time with myself. Which direction should I go? I think reading's pretty much the obvious answer. We don't do it that often though. Maybe I do because I'm practicing more. But I see most people sit down and they pull out their phone. Boom. Where's the last book? Where's the last book? Where's the last magazine article on what's new in our industry? I'll experience more love choosing journaling over looking at my phone and from stretching than I will receive from any type of attention I get from anyone. That's because these tougher activities promote attention and approval towards myself. When I'm reading, I'm giving attention to my brain and to my growth and to my knowledge factors. I'm giving attention to those, not attention to what does Joe Smoke the midget down the street think about what my car looks like. These tough activities promote attention and they promote approval and they promote self-respect. That's a strong foundation. That's the foundation that we start being aware from. We can do the work one step at a time. And the first step is being willing to admit that we have an addiction. Be willing to admit We have an addiction. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection, awareness, connection, connected to nature, connected to what does it take for me to build my self-respect. Building my self-respect doesn't come from you approving of me. My self-respect has to come from inside. It has to come from the choices that I make, the actions that I take, and the things that come out of my mouth. Those three things. The power of the word, the doing my best, and choosing when I'm aware. Which path am I going to take? That path that gives me your attention, or that path that gives me self-respect? The hard one or the easy one? The one that's going to blow away like the wind tomorrow if I say something you don't like? You know how fast I can lose your approval? All I have to do is say one wrong thing. Boop, canceled. How much does it really mean? We can beat this addiction by connecting with others, connecting with ourselves. I beat this addiction by creating a stronger connection with myself. It's good reading for today, you guys. Good reading for today there. What do you think? Practice. None of this stuff is an overnight job. It's an inside job, but it's not an overnight job. It's a day-to-day. How do you recover on anything? How do you recover from your attention and your approval? How do you recover from that addiction? One day at a time, one step at a time, one approval at a time. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I'm looking for someone else's approval? Let me stop. Let me look which way I could go here. Hard, easy. Your approval, my self-respect. I think I'm going to go with my self-respect on this one. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. The first giveaway here, this is everybody's name is in here. Okay? Charlie Ramera, Joe Dees, Antonio, Mikey B, Kim, Brandon Clark, Bubblegum Kelly, Gypsy, Badgermum, Felix, and Charles X. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. I have 11 on there for now. Okay, let's do that, and we're going to pick a number. We're going to pick a name right now. We're going to pick a name right now. We're going to give away the big prize, but then I'm going to give away 2 door prizes. Hags told me do the door prizes after, so everybody has a chance to win the big prize. If you win the big prize, your name's going to be removed, okay? Or a door prize. So here we go. You guys saw the names? Here we go. Pick a random name. Charles Xavier. Charles X. Charles X. Congratulations, Charles. The last name on the board this morning, and boom, he's the first one. And I've tested it. The random part of that thing really does work. Charles, we want to send you this. We told you it was going to be big, Charles. Charles the X-Man. 8.4 grams. Piece of fruit. 8.4 gram piece of fruit. That's going out to Charles. Okay? Charles the X-Man. So, Charles, I need your address sent to me at our website, the DetroitMushLab.net. Scroll to the bottom, hit the little thing there that tells you how to contact me, and send me your address. And we're going to get that out to Charles the X-Man. Okay? Let's do another. Okay, first of all, let's go up here. We're getting rid of Charles. Charles, you're out. Charles, you're gone, man. You're gone. Okay? You guys ready for me to do another one? You guys ready for ready for me to do another one? Let's do this one. Pick a random name. Boop. Joe Dees. Joey the Deester. Joe Dees. Okay, so Joey was way up here. Oh yeah, Joe's was number 2 on the list. Joe Dees. Joey D. You're going to get with a first door prize. Okay, Joey D. You can thank Hager Bump for the door prize. Okay, not only did he think of it, but half of it's coming from him. These are microdose pills that Hager put together. He calls them purple hags. We're going to send 10 of these to you. They're about 250 milligrams each of a psilocybin blend, not stacked or anything. And the reviews on them are outstanding. Purple hags. And we're going to send you a gram. It's a little over a gram of concentrate, equal to about 4 grams of dried fruit. So we're going to be sending you those two to Joe D's. Okay? Isn't that a great name, Shy? So Joey D, Joe D's. Give me your address and we'll get that package out to you. Okay? Sound good? The fruit that was 8.4 grams is a thrasher, Mike. Okay. So Joe D's. Let's do one more. We're going to have to get rid of Joe. Joe's gone bye-bye. All right. We're going to do one more. You guys ready? If your name's on here, here we go. Bubblegum Kello. Now, we agreed that you had to be here to win. Is Bubblegum Kello here? I haven't seen him here this morning. Is Bubblegum Kello here? Kelly! Fire Pit Kelly. Is he here this morning? I haven't. You did see him earlier? Is Bubblegum Kello here? Help me, help me, help me. Is Bubblegum Kello here? He is here? Okay, good. Bubby, you're going to send me your address. You're going to get a thing of purple haze. Okay, thank you guys. You're going to get a thing of purple haze. And you're going to get a gram in the black package. You're going to get a gram in the black package. Okay? So that's going to go out to Bubblegum Kello. And Bubs, all you got to do is get me your address and we'll get those mailed out to you. Okay? And now that ends the random name picker. We're done with that for today. But I want to give everybody a chance, one more chance. I'm going to give everybody one more chancey-wancy to win. I'm going to put 3.5 grams. I'm going to put 3.5 grams in one of these containers. In this new type of container, I'm going to put 3.5 grams of concentrate. And I'm going to send it to the person that says you can only answer one time. One time. If you answer more than once, you're disqualified. Pick a number between 1 and 25. It just came up on my wheel. I just spun it. 1 and 25. Answer one time, one number on one line. If you answer more than once, I'm disqualifying you. J.K. Hindenburg. J.K. Hindenburg already won. J.K. Hindenburg, congratulations. J.K. said 11. He's the first 11 that I saw on my screen. So J.K. Hindenburg, we're going to be sending you this. Now, it won't be empty. I'll put some concentrate, 3.5 grams of concentrate in that, and then I'm going to be able to send it to you. Charles X, no. No, Charles X, the answer is no, no, no. Oh, Charles, that's not a good thing. Charles is telling us he's in Canada. Charles is telling us he's in Canada. Charles, the X-Man. I can't send to Canada. I can't send outside of the United States. So, Charles, you decide who I'm going to send it to. No, it's not your fault, Charles. You decide who you'd want me to send it to. In the next 30 seconds. Tell me who I should send it to. There's a bunch of people here who are going to ask you. Okay? So you decide who you want me to send the Charles the X-Man's package. X-Man was getting, if you remember correctly, Charles was getting this. So Charles is going to decide. See, Pops is done giving stuff away for today. Now, if you Charles, time to drive across the border. Yep, just have one of those little bugs on your license and you can come across. No, Antonio, he's not leaving it to me. Nope. That was Charles's gift, and Charles can give it away. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay? What do you say? Charles? We're waiting on the char. Okay. Charles Bud. All right. Who's Charles going to give it to? Pick a number between 1 and 25, he's telling you guys. Here he goes. We'll spend another couple of minutes here while you guys work it out with Charles. Charles has told you, pick a number between 1 and 25. And he's going to tell you who won. All right? Charles, go! Charles, a number between 1 and 20. We have a lot of ones out there, Charles. Has anybody got it right yet? He'll tell us. He knows the number, and no one else knows the number but Charles. Okay, 1 and 25. Actually, Charles is having fun right now. Charles is going, this is fun. Nasser Barens. It looks like Nasser Barens has just won Charles's package. Congratulations, Charles. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being kind and giving your gift away. And I'm sorry we couldn't send it to you. But it looks to me like he just gave it to Nasser. So Nasser Barens, in order to get it from me, Nasser, are you in the United States? Okay, we sure hope you are. So Nasser, if you're in the United States, I need you to send me he's not in the United States. Nasser's giving it away now. Here we go. This is an international package that's going to bounce around from continent to continent. Okay, Nasser. He's not in the United States. It's up to Nasser to now give it away. We have time. We could be here all morning long. Okay? Nasser, give it away. I need to have an address. I need to have somebody I can send this to. All right? Where's it going to go, Nasser? This package has helped more people than you could ever know. Okay? Nasser, who are you sending it to? Would you guys make sure you're in the United States if you're asking him? Because you have to understand, we're not going to send it to you outside the United States. We can't. All right? It's already dangerous doing what we're doing. All right? We're already out of control here. All right? So we're not giving it to Jesus cleaning. No. Cleaning. Because he doesn't know. Jesus Christ in Australia. Nasser's a number between 1 and 30. All right, here we go. Nasser says 1 to 30. The lag is real. It's up to Nasser to give this one away. He said give him a number between 1 and 30. You can't just look at him with sad eyes and think he's going to pick you. Okay? It doesn't work like that. You have to actually pick a number. I see some, oh, please pick me. No. You have to pick a number. All right? No. Who's Nasser going to give it to? All right? Joe D's, I'm not even going to let you win because you just won. So, no way. No way, dude. And I'm not going to take the time for you to give it away today either. So, no, no, that's not happening. Who am I giving this one away to? Nasser will decide. He said Allen. He said Allen. Did he say Allen? Michael Allen. Michael Allen. That's great. Good job. Good job. Michael Allen. I know Michael Allen's in the United States. Nasser, thank you. Thank you. The show's getting wild, Marmars. Okay. I think we did good. I think we ended up on a give it away kindness streak here. Okay, so Michael Allen, I need your address. Joe Dees, I need your address. And who was the other one? Who was the other one? I honestly, I can't remember. Bubblegum Kello. Bubblegum Kello. Right? Those are our three big winners for today. You guys, and then we gave away a fourth one. We gave away this last thing. Okay. Yeah, actually, it was this one. We're giving away to Michael Allen, 3.5. Okay. You guys go have a wonderful day. Pops, peace, love, be good to one another. I'm going to scroll you guys out. And we'll... J.K. Hindenburg, that's right. J.K. Hindenburg. J.K. Hindenburg. J.K. Hindenburg. Anyways, whoever won, send me your address. Whoever won, send me your address. Okay? And we will get that stuff out to you guys. Have a great day. I'm sorry we ran so long, but I'm having a lot of fun and I don't want to leave. Patrick and Cosmo and Exception, April Great, Cosmo, Alan and Joe Dees. And I didn't say that, Joe. I was just saying, let's just be aware. Cobalt and Carlotta and Badgie and Enormous and Jennifer Garcia and Charles Xavier and Patrick D and Nerdy and First Last and Nasser and Offer and Green Table and Neil Simplex and First to Last and Cleany. You have a beautiful weekend. Paul Velez, you too. Shai you. Hags, thanks for making me give away 100 door prizes. I appreciate you. Free the Ancient One and Tree and Penny and Nippy. Thank you, dear. In Vegas, have a wonderful weekend. Tony, you're right there. Cosmo and Two Hawks and Charles Xavier. Cosmo, Alan Biggins. Jolie, hello, Jolie. Cleany and Billy T and Emma. MB, Pilar and Nerd. And Sarah, you are very, very sweet to me. Have a great weekend. Charlie Ray, Cat Meow, Zilla, Herbie, Von Worry, Kabop, Jennifer Garcia, Mr. Phillips, Nat, Otter Boxer, D. Anderson, thank you. SSW, you too. Joe D's, Mellow D, Michael Allen, Deborah Pearl, Enormous Offer, Otter Botter, Allen, and Jesus Christ in Australia, Nipper and Mark Flores, and J.K. Hindenburg, and Sandy and Streety, and 5280 all day, and Michael Patterson, Cosmo, Mark Flores, Otterboxer, Michael, Metalli, Laura, have a divine day, Streety's filled with love, Nasser, I am the pop of Shrooms, Mark Flores, Stewart, Antonio Camacho, Jonathan K. all day, Sarah, Enormous and Bud, and Joe Dees, and Streety and D. Anderson, and Enormous and Free, and am I ever going to finish this list? And Is Howdis and Alan and Charlie and Tree Stump and Deborah, she's a pearl, Enormous, Wazzy McWazzy Wazerton, Cosmo, Jackie Meow Kitty, Exception, Enormous Nurs, Caw, Free, Enormous, Melissa G, Pilar, Shockwave, Joe D's, Enormous, Nipper Mama, I'm out of breath, 10 Keys, Tony D, Shockwave, Alan, Nat, Cosmo, Free, Nipper, Wazzy, Joe D's, Poppies, Pop, out of breath. I'll talk to you guys later. See you next week. I'm out. Pops, be kind. And don't kill the old guys. Pops out.